Yo, it's Guido coming after the Tactics Talk. Welcome back to Worlds of Tanks, and thanks for tuning in. Appreciate your support of the channel. We have today Capri 25 in his Hibachi. His Hibachi 45 TP, a tier 7. I think it's a heavy. What is it? I don't remember. Well, some of them are mediums, some of them are heavies. This one is a heavy. There you go. It's a heavy. And he is on Great Wall? No. What's it called? Empire's Border. That's right. Empire. It's got the Great Wall. And he's taken his Hibachi up here and headed from the northwest spawn, gone south into the main fighting area, and now he's taking on an AMX 1357, and artillery is shooting. And I don't know why this 1357 is attempting to survive in a corner, but he dies and does not survive. Capri's going to show us a good example of something here, which is a skill you need to get if you want to get better at this game. He's going to show you a good example of fighting more than one tank. And the preliminary there was actually the maneuver in keeping his head about him. Well, that was a pretty good pause right there. Look at that. As he was fighting that 1357 and just working at it methodically, pushing up onto the T-34-85. When you're fighting more than one tank, you've basically got to keep your head about you and figure out where the biggest threat is. Unfortunately, he's auto-aiming there. He had a really bad angle when he took that shot, and the top plate of the 3045M is not bad. So we're going to come in here and we nuke that guy. Down he goes. So he's got an E25 over there. It looks like he's thinking about going to get the E25, and something's going to happen that's going to have to change his mind. You can see that the KV-1S has showed up behind him. He doesn't know he's there yet. He's about to find out, though. Then he sees him right there, and he's about to eat a shot. So he eats a shot, turns around, and guess what's going on now? The E25 has seen that happen as well. Plus, he's got a lot of company down below, so he doesn't want to hang out there anymore. And you're looking at this, there's a KV-1S and an E75, and you're thinking, well, our hero's in a lot of trouble. And he is, if these guys had done it right. But the E25 pops him. He heads downhill to try to minimize the shots the E25 has, brings his front arm around and puts a shot in him. And now he has to worry about the KV-1S, who is coming around that way. So, fighting two tanks, keep your head about you. Look at what that KV-1S is doing. The KV-1S wants to come around this side. He should not have done that. He should have absolutely come around the other side and given Capri as much trouble as possible direction, but he's going to actually isolate the threat in one direction nicely for Capri, and that only helps him out. So we can back up here, use the terrain, put a shot into the 1S. 1S bounces, and now he can deal with the 1S, although he knows that E25 is coming around behind him, so he'll line up the 1S, shoot him, he gets lit on fire, and then turn his front armor to the KV-125. And it looks like it's over, but he face hugs the E25, who's now going to have a lot of trouble getting shots through him. E25 thinks better of it, and now he's going to try to run away, which is not going to work out very well as he goes. Capri turns around and fires on him. So nicely done. I just really wanted to show that to you guys. It's all about keeping your head in the game and isolating the threat as best you can. The 1S really helped him in that case. Had the 1S come around behind him, he probably doesn't survive that fight. But he noticed that, was able to isolate the threat. Nice job face hugging, and he beats two players at once. Now, this is interesting. Personally, I wouldn't have stopped to type right here. No, but I don't think anyone in your game really knows that happened, but I suppose some of the dead guys might be riding along. So he types in, how am I still alive? Well, because you played well. And the answer is pretty funny, actually. Indignant Raccoon says math, and he ain't wrong. You know, I mean, the enemy's numbers ran out before your numbers ran out. So that's how it rolls in this game. Starts heading down here, going up to Churchill. Churchill dies. We're going to speed this up because he drives all the way towards Cap. They're in good shape. Drive, 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 and he finds the ELCBIS, fighting the other ELCBS, and he rams and doesn't get a kill. Capri drives up here, and now we've got the KV-3. It's KV-3, and Capri is down to 169 hit points. Gets a nice shot right there. Capri really likes the third-person shooting. That's something I've noticed about his gameplay. Going to come around here. We got a Grillet and a KV-3. So we're going to find the KV-3. Holy cow, we get a bounce. Very lucky, and the grill takes a good chunk of our hit points. But Capri's team comes around and starts helping out. Looks for the shot on the Grillet, doesn't get it. KV-3 makes a mistake. So the KV-3 is fighting multiple directions, much like Capri was a while ago. and people got around behind him, and he's trying to fight everyone. You need to just pick one side and go for it. I might have just pushed into Capri, because that's the gun I'd like to get rid of. But it doesn't matter. He hangs out right here. For a large portion of it, he's tracked, so there's not a whole lot you can do once he's tracked, and down he goes right there. So nice job, man. A 3,511 damage game at tier 7. Granted, top tier, got it. But that's the kind of thing you got to do at top tier. But concentrate on that middle part for you, those of you who are trying to get better at the game. When you get into those 2v1 and 3v1 situations, don't lose heart. Don't panic. Closest croc to the boat, right? Minimize as many threats as possible. Try to isolate one or the other so you can take them on. Try to minimize the amount of shots you take from the other guys. And a lot of times through RNG, armor, and good gameplay, let's put it the other way. Gameplay, RNG, armor, angling, you can come out on top of those situations. Thanks, Capri. I appreciate you sending that in for everybody else. We will see you.